Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Vital to the future of you all. Good evening, guys, and good morning. How are you? I hope you're all doing well. I have been offline 48 hours. 48 hours in my own phantom zone. It's been very pleasant. It's been very, very pleasant indeed. Now, why was I offline for 48 hours? That's a good question. I can hear you asking. I'm gonna enlighten you. The first of those 24 hours, 48 hours, was Sabbath, the Jewish Sabbath, where I'm always offline, right? Very, very pleasant. Nice time I had by all. Let me think. Anything of note on the old Sabbath? Going through the food. The food seemed pretty normal. Nothing outrageous. I don't remember what we had for lunch, right? No. Okay. Unless I'm forgetting it then. The outrageous food, and it was outrageous. Started Saturday night. Saturday night for the Jewish holiday of Shavuot, which we've been counting to for 50 of your Earth days. It's been plodding towards it. Shavuot is when the good Lord appeared at Mount Sinai. Big revelation, smoke and thunder, all that sort of thing. So that's what this commemorates. Happened at dawn. So we have a tradition in Ashkenazi, Western Jewish life, Western Jewry, to eat dairy, because the Jews don't mix the meat and the milk. Oh, no, we're not into that at all. That's why this new era of vegan meat is really good for us, right? It's like, man, there are these vegan sausages, which are like, to me, I can't tell the difference, right? It seems exactly the same. So it's nice to be able to have that with dairy. So we haven't had it, but we didn't do that. We didn't do that because why? But I do like the all that fake stuff for that very reason. Anyway, I digress. So for the evening, this will be Saturday night. My wife made the most awesome French onion soup. I mean, just crazily good. It was like sweet and savory and heavy. Oh my God, it was wonderful. The onions were like perfectly caramelized. I'm terribly sorry. I'm still getting over this cough. It's really only struck right now. I've been fine for hours. Now I'm coughing my guts out. Look at that. That's better. Anyway, I mean, it was just off the charts. One of the best ones she's ever made. It was really like authentic, like a French onion soup, right? So then we had like mozzarella sticks, and because today we had an obscene amount of food, and we have an obscene amount of food left over, which I'm quite happy about because I'm going to be eating it all week. So we also had my wife had a bunch of mashed potato handy. Long story short, she just did. So she mixed that with like cheese and egg, I think, and fried it in little balls. That was quite nice. I think we had a salad as well. But that was all very good. But today it got crazy. Oh, and also, of course, cheesecake, right? Cheesecake. The cheesecake is the go-to cake of this festive occasion. Anyway, today it got crazy. So I forgot. Also, my wife just happened to have Ben & Jerry's cinnamon buns ice cream and mint cookie ice cream. I was like, well, I guess we better have some of that. I mean, it's just like the way I wouldn't want to insult you by not doing that. Anyway, but so then at night there's another tradition where you stay up all night studying the Torah, studying biblical stuff, right? So I'm too old to do that. But I do like the sunrise prayer. I've always liked that, which is very rare to find. So I get up at 4 a.m. And I go to synagogue. And there's normally people there are studying, and we have the sunrise services. Well, actually, we start at 4:45 with the Book of Ruth, which a fascinating thing. I have to go look into that in more detail. Trouble is, I only really read it at like about 4:45 in the morning once a year, and I'm not really into it. But from what I gleaned, I'm like, well, that's an interesting story. So anyway, it's very feminist. It's like this really super feminist story. Anyway, so this year was a bit different. Firstly, my wife went out to a class, and she didn't get home till like 1 a.m. I was in bed by 9:30. I'm like, I'm done. Like I'm lactosing actually about 10:30, I think. No, before about 9:30, and that was awesome. So I'm like lactating, like too much milk, and yeah, I'm fine. Lactate intolerant. Yeah, this is a holiday for people who don't like Jews, because Jews are generally speaking lactate intolerant and have hay fever. And the other tradition is you put lots of flowers in the synagogue, because it was said that Mount Sinai bloomed with flower during the thunder and the lightning. Anyway, I digress. So I go to synagogue. And there's a yeshiva, which is like a boys' school for like religious boys' school, where boys eventually become rabbis, but for about, I don't know, 16 to 18-year-olds, maybe 14, 16-year-olds. Now, this is 4 a.m, right? And they're singing and dancing in the study, like, and they're really going for it, man. It's like they're like really. I'm like, dude. That's quite impressive. Oh, I guess this in the chat. If you want to join me over here, you're more than welcome. Anyway. So, and it was like, I mean, I tell you, it was full on Jewy, but it's really nice. It was like the whole, normally we do that at weddings, or like there's a holiday called Simchat Torah, right? So that was really weird. I haven't seen that before. But that was really quite nice. We had the morning services. Come home. You have your kiddush. A little bite to eat. You got to say a special little prayer. Not very long. A special blessing. Which is, of course, the cheesecake. That's where the cheesecake comes in, right? Bit of cheesecake, bit of wine, bit of grape juice, bit of wine. Then I go to bed. So I wake up at 10:30ish. Oh, you lactase overload. You wait to hear what's coming, mate. It's crazy. Darren M says. So I wake up and I'm really chilled now. I'm like, we wake up, you've had like a weird night's sleep, but you feel like you've had enough, and it's just kind of mellow. So we have friends coming over. And my wife had made a bit of food. My wife went nuts. Okay. She firstly on Friday, made everything on Friday before 7. She made lasagna with pasta she made from flour. That morning, like, she rolled it out, my friend, which makes a big difference. Lasagna, right? That was freaking out as well. And then, but to start, we have a cheese fondue. Now that was like, it's got wine in it and cheese, and it's like very imagine like big melty alcoholic cheese, right? That's basically what it is. So you have these little forks you put, and we get like crusty bits of bread. Boom, put it on there in the cheese fondue, whizzy round, and that's the appetizer. Oh my god. That was off the charts as well. That was like, some heave. But by the time we finished, I'm like, I'm kind of like, I've only seen the first half hour of the new season of The Boys, and that's crazy. Oh my god, it's really out of control. It's definitely the weirdest sex stuff I've ever seen. Far beyond anything I could ever have thought of. Right? It's insane. Anyway, I digress. But then comes the main course. So the main course consists of this lasagna, right? But that's not enough. No. Remember the mashed potato. Where did the mashed potato come from? My wife had peeled out a bunch of potato skins, and she made like potato skins. That she had to make this the day before, because you don't cook that on. It's a long story. And so she was just like heating them up, crisp them up in the oven with some some cheese, some chives. Oh my god, they were good too. A bit of sour cream there. But they're also not to be not to want a full meal. She then the morning of, just before as we were starting, fried a whole bunch of fish, and oh my god, like fish and chips fish. It was divine. And so there's a bunch of that left, which I will be enjoying this week. Then we a synagogue has a bake sale, so everybody buys each other stuff. So we got the very coveted cheesecake from a very, very, very good baker. Some of the communities, who everybody goes, oh yeah, their stuff's good, right? Their stuff's crazy good, and their stuff is crazy good. Anyway, so that was my lactose intolerant time for you, and in my then I went back to bed and had a nice long nap, which was really nice. So I've also been working out the plot for a chapter in season 14. Dr. Alex, what do I have seasons? Here we go. This is season 13. I keep recommending it. I like it a lot. Dr. Alexander Lee's. It's an alternative, non-Jodie Capaldi-esque doctor. I say Capaldi-esque because it's kind of interesting how they nod to Jodie and sidestep it. By the way, I'm still thinking that Russell D. Davies is going to find some way to make it easy for people who hated the Jodie era to retcon it away. Right? I really think that's going to happen. I don't know how, but I think that's going to happen. One can only hope. Anyway, yeah, I digress. Yes, I was working out the plot for this chapter. I always want to do something with a Matt Berry meddling monk, right? That really, really, really intrigued me because I love the idea of Matt Berry as a meddling monk, right? So I've basically got the idea. It's I want to do like a key to time quest, but in one episode, right? So it's a quest for something. Yeah, like the key to life or something. Like I can imagine like the Capaldi doctor finding reference to something in a dusty tome, like maybe he's looking for through that book in Sharda, right? And he's like, and he falls out. He has to come across that, right? And he found there's a key to life or a key to dimension or something, right? So he goes on 100. But anyway, the episode would start off with the end of a thrilling adventure, with like the final reel. And I thought it'd be really cool to like have the Capaldi doctor and companion in this is Romana, often canine as well. I got to look up the season guide though, the writer's guide. But I thought them with like an army of somebody you wouldn't suspect, like a siren robots, like the mummy robots. I'm looking over at my shelves, or the robots from Robots of Death. Anyway, doing something to beat some foe and get into a secret pyramid or something to get the first bit of this key to life, right? And just to find the Matt Berry meddling monk turn up and said, "Hey, old boy," and grab it and say, "See you on the next one," right? And it's basically they're racing after each other to get whatever this is and work out what's going on. But I'll have that in that opening sequence. It'll start off at like the battle, and I'll keep flashing back to how they got there and leading up to the Matt Berry reveal. But yeah, that's it. That's the essential structure. So I'm glad I kind of broke the back on that. Now I got the basic structure out. I think I can start bagging it out. I would. How many words is it going to be? It can't be more than 10,000 words. I should be able to do that in a week or two, right? So, but yeah, no, I really do kind of like the idea. Sorry, says during the time war. Well, if it's during the time war, that's gonna be awesome. I'll have a lot of fun with that. Anyway, let me get to the chat. Let me put it. Do I have a thumbnail? Oh yeah, I got 2 thumbnails to show you. I'm supposed to have a guest come on. I don't know if they know how to, right? I'm a bit nervous about this. Did I hear back from them? I told him it was like Zoom, right? And he's like no, it's okay. I'll go ahead and install Zoom. And I said, no, mate. But I only just saw this just now. What was I going to say? And I replied, no, dude, it's not Zoom. You just got to press that link. That's all you got to do. Just press the link and come on. Hasn't made it yet. I'm kind of hoping they do. We will have to find out, right? All right, we have to find out. But they have sent me a preview that we can look at, which I'm quite excited about. So the guests are one was in the chat, I believe. I can't pronounce it. I don't know the name off the top of my head. When I see it in the chat, I'll get to it. Fine. Yeah, let me pull up some couple of things. What we got? You got this video's coming up tomorrow. And it's a good one. I'm also going to do a review of the first episode of the Orville. That's coming out tomorrow. To this. It's like, really, when I decided to do a 60 show, right? The title just, look, it had to happen, right? There's no way I couldn't do the Joy of Six. It's a bit obvious, but I am a man of shall we say, I'm a man proud of my taste, and it was always lovely to use this picture of Nicola. Nicola, you always look beautiful, big darling. You're looking fantastic. Sunday Shenanigans, the Joy of Six, a deep dive. And now we're talking about Nicola Bryant again. A deep dive into, yes, we're still talking about Nicola Bryant again. The awesomeness of the Colin Bacon era. I really think it is. I absolutely adore the Colin Bacon era. The Colin Baker era, right? I absolutely freaking adore the Colin Baker era. Colin Baker's a bit of a dick of late, I have to say. And his stuff on Big Finish has been somewhat atrocious. I haven't heard the last box set, though. For the last 2 years, not good stuff. Having said that, I do enjoy this Doctor a lot, and I think he's a great Doctor. I really do. So we're going to be going through this era. I really want to focus on the Big Finish era, and as I said, we'll look at the preview that oh, here it is. The preview that was sent. Hopefully the guest will show up. Right, that's my hope and dream. I do hope that goes down. Fine, it's downloaded, so I'll upload it soon to the StreamYards. Fine, let me get to the chat. Oh, yeah, I've got also, this is coming out tomorrow. This is one of my favorite videos I've ever done. I'm really up for this one. This one really goes into what the issues are, and it's on a level that I haven't really done before. And it's always fun to tweak the nose of Toxic Fandom, who will not like this at all. We're at the right side of history. My God, yeah, my God, yeah. Oh, that is just what we said. A deep dive into Toxic Fandom. What is it? And what causes it? And it's not what you think. It's true. It's not what you think. By the way, if you're watching on Rumble, good luck. I'm sorry I didn't post the link earlier. I can only set it up at 8:30. They wouldn't let me set it up 2 days a month, so I do apologize for that. Anyway, check that video out tomorrow, and also I'm going to be doing a review of the Orville, right? And I saw, oh my God, I haven't really seen the news at all. I've been, it's been 40 minutes for me since the festivities finished for me. So I was running around getting stuff done. So I haven't seen anything yet. But I did see that Screen Rant, God bless them, gave me a most wonderful article. Really, I haven't only seen the headline, but it's this shocking omission tells you everything that's wrong with the Chibnall era. I think it's something along those lines. Anyway, let me get to the chat. Jordan Lee is here. How you doing, Jordan Lee? Are you going to review Rings of Power when it comes out? What is Rings of Power? Was it? I will know. Oh no, the Lord of the Rings thingy. It's indicative. I don't know. I didn't know what it was. Right off the top of my head. Oh yeah. They make shit. I take the piss. I mean, that's basically the working relationship I have with the mainstream entertainment media, right? They make shit. I take the piss, right? If they make purposeful shit and they spend a lot of money making purposeful shit, I will take a lot of piss, right? Because it deserves having the piss taken. Absolutely. Darren Evans here. Greetings and felicitations to you, sir. Hope you're well. I am well. Thank you very much. Catherine Free is here. Hi everyone. I'm here to try and avoid the bloody Jubilee. Well, you know what? I got an idea. You've just made me think. Probably one of the best Big Finish releases with 60. Let's look at Jubilee, right? Let's go and have a look at Jubilee. 1 second. Big Finish. Jubilee is fantastic, right? Jubilee is really, it's one of the very, very short Rob Shearman era, right? You got, it's like Douglas Adams has a very, very short era. So Rob Shearman has a very short era of 2 or 3 stories, all of them very, very good, right? I recommend all of them. But this is, here, let me find it. We'll do 6 Doctor collection. I guess now, do they put everything in this? Refined by sort by oldest first. Okay. No, it was quite a ways in. Oh, there you go. It wasn't that way. What year was it? 2003. Rob Schumann. They have a trailer. This really is fantastic. It's a classic. It's an absolute classic. It's just no. It doesn't have Frobisher in it. I'll play the trailer. This was back when Big Finish trailers were good as well. Back in the day, 2000. That was a great year.
Jubilee. You must get some rest, Miriam. It's a long day tomorrow.
Yes, a long, glorious day. A long, glorious, exciting, wonderful, marvelous.
Marianne, that is enough.
Okay, so having Martin Jarvis in it makes me realize there is something that very what's his name? Philip who was it that wrote the Sill stories? Who wasn't really a Doctor Who writer? What was his name? I'll look it up after this, but there's something very, very like that guy, whoever he may be. And like there's something very I don't want to say artsy. I would say, but it's a definite much more artistic take, right, on Doctor Who, right? It's less naturalistic and more artistic, and I find it a little bit more beautiful for it. I wouldn't like it being the norm, but I do like it. So you've got these two characters, Martin Jarvis, right, and was it? Is this Ross Airs, I guess? They're just bonkers. They're terrifyingly bonkers. Really, really great. Interesting, and you have a lot of terrifyingly bonkers characters in Rob Sherman stories.
Well, Doctor, I can't believe you just said that.
Oh, did I put my foot in it again?
Oh, and the Maggie Stables Sixth Doctor companion, fantastic. I mean, really, it's an all-time great one. They should be selling box sets of the Evelyn stories, right? It really annoys me how badly they package Big Finish, right? They have so much great content, and just there's no real way of it for a newbie to access it other than me doing shows on it, right? For little to no thanks, right? I do it because I love Big Finish, right? But again, for little to no thanks. One second, turn the AC up a bit, cold, make it colder, I should say. So anyway, this was just a great companionship. Come on.
What's that?
We can play with you gently or play with you until you break. You have no right to pride. Well, the TARDIS doesn't seem to agree with you. She's trying to move again. What's wrong? Well, she can't. For some reason, she's stuck here.
So one of the things I like about this, and he does this in another one of the stories. It was not Maltese Penguin. It was the one with Frobisher in it. But he does this weird thing with the TARDIS. Again, you can tell this is not a jobbing TV writer, right? You can tell this is a much more literary writer. Again, it's in the same way as like the Douglas Adams Doctor Who is a little bit different, right? So it's nice that it's kind of, it feels like a different take on it, which I do enjoy, but it's still Doctor Who.
The doors. They can't decide whether to stay open or closed.
Get out, Evelyn! Take care that I
Oh, awesome. Okay, so this story, it's essentially the TARDIS gets ripped into two, and it's in two alternate time tracks or something along those lines. But the one time track is where a Dalek invasion verse was faulted, and Daleks now have that like cartoon-esque appearance of like the naughty National Socialists, before they became a thing again, right? Before like, the progressives started thinking they were everywhere, right? They were just kind of a joke. They were kind of silly. So that's how they're portrayed in this. And there's these great little ads in between the episodes, for that world. It's a great little. So let's have a quick look at what else Rob Sherman did. What can I recommend? Chimes of Midnight, yes, fantastic. Did a one parter there, I believe, in 100. Was it the Maltese Penguin? Is that one thing of? I didn't know he wrote that. Yeah, I mean, all these are classics, right? Oh my god, they're so cheap. Doctor Who the Holy Terror, we'll look at that in a minute. We're doing a 60 show. Doctor Who the Holy Terror, Chimes of Midnight. I mean, these are all-time classics. I mean, they really are. And they're very different takes than Doctor Who. I didn't know he wrote the Maltese Penguin. That's kind of a throwaway story. Why is that $5 and this is $1.50? They should really just bundle this in with Holy. You should be able to buy this with Holy Terror for $2, right? Like an extra 50 cents. Caesarea was a weird one, right? A really weird one, much more experimental. Deadline, it wasn't really Doctor Who at all. More of an interesting play for today. Radio play. I can't remember the thing he did in 100. And that was it. That's the end of the Rob Shearman era. Fine, let me get back to some more of the chat. And then we'll look at the Maltese Penguin. Oh, in the Holy Terror. Another all-time classic, right? Really all-time classic. But I haven't even, man, I'm so behind. I'm like 25 minutes behind. I haven't even looked at anybody yet. It's your fault, Catherine 3. You threw me off with your mention of Jubilee, okay? You threw me off. Darren, how you doing? This is Jekyll and Hyde is here. Hello, boys and girls, Daleks and Sontarans. Yes, we like all of them. I'm kind of looking forward to the Ninth Doctor Sontaran set they're bringing out soon. That sounds like the Soda Rangers is here. How you doing, Soda Rangers? Okay, you're my guest. Why aren't you here? Terraqueous Distributors. These are the guys who do the awesome beyond awesome unofficial annuals. They just fit perfectly into the right. I don't have a collection of annuals, but I think you guys should move on to Blue Peter next. But they're just gorgeous. They're really absolutely gorgeous. They got a new 1988 one out, yeah. Which, from my mind, shouldn't that be Sylvester McCoy? I will ask them about that, right? I mean, the 87 season was Sylvester McCoy. So, assuming they turn up, I sent you a link, guys, right? Just go to any browser and click that link, right? And then it will say enter studio, and just you want to enter the studio, and then you'll be entered into the studio. It's very exciting. It's very exciting. During the time war, if that's what has been set during the time war, that'd be awesome beyond awesome, right? I would love that. Okay, just jump. So this is Eki Thump. Okay, there we go. Called up X-Man 577 is here. How are you doing? So thank you for joining us. Keller Howler captions got applause, says Darren M. The laptop misses and Keller. Oh man, it's gonna be just a stay away from my bathroom. That's all I'm saying. Really? No, you're not. Okay, it says I must have sent you the wrong link. Okay, let's try again. I'm gonna send you the link. Okay, you can't be backstage because I'm here. I don't see you. So here, one second. I'm sending you another link. How can I send you wrong? No, it's the right one. Here, one second. I'm going to just click on it and see where it takes you. It should take you to the right place. Right, the link ends in 4. Okay, oh, now I'm freaking out my browser. It's like, whoa, it's too much, man. Do my head in. Okay, yeah. So this should take you to the right place. I don't know why you're not here. It's really weird. Okay, it's really weird you're not here. I don't know what's going on. You press the link, but what happened? I tell you, wait, one second. If you want to contact me by what are we talking about? Facebook Messenger, right? We'll try and walk you through it. My favorite bit is still when Perry accidentally broke the Doctor's fob watch and felt like they were going to become a real team, but on TV it never really happened. Well, it happened after. Listen. I can't have any room for complaint with Perry because I'm super turned on by her. Let me tell you, she slipped into spandex and into my view at the exact same moment as puberty hit, baby. From then on, she was just like General Zod, right? And the rest of his cohorts trapped In my psyche, my spank bank. Let me out. You can't get out. If I can let you out, I would, darling. What do you want? It's not my fault. I'm only flesh and blood, okay? Let me just point this out. Like, look at this. I mean, like, really. What else is any red-blooded, healthy male to do? I'm sorry. Where are we up to? Bloody kids, get on my lawn. Absolutely. Paul Taylor says, my favorite. Oh, yes, Paul Taylor says that. Fine, we just read that. That's what brought the picture of Perry back. And good for you, Paul Taylor. Thank you for bringing us back to what is important in life. Little Jab of the Heart. Who was Little Jab of the Heart? Philip Martin. There you go. So, yeah, just like Philip Martin is kind of like a playwright who did some TV. Same with this. That's really what it feels like, and I think it's really interesting. She sounds like C-3PO. Who are we talking about? I don't know. Oh, the woman. No, I guess so. I mean, she's English. Rabbi, listen to Rabbi approved Memories of a Tyrant, Colin Baker story. It's fantastic. That's another all-time awesome story, right? Absolutely all-time awesome story. I should really look at my phone, see if this guy's contact me. I'll contact you. How about that? Hi. Are you having a spot of bother? Do you remember that ad? Oh, I'm having a spot of bother. Do you know a man who can fix it? No, but I know a man who can. Get in contact and I should be able to troubleshoot. There you go. Whatever. That's a lie. I should be able to, but I'm not going to. Well, we'll find out. Listen, hope springs eternal, mate. Whatever it is. It is. That just auto-corrected to Yuri. That's weird. Doink. Okay. So that's hopefully that did the trick. But again, he sent me a sample, which I'm really excited to look at. Just jumped again, but it can't be too far. Where are we? Bloody rocket across the road. Oh, that's the other thing, right? So Seville is a holiday where all the kids stay up all night, is right? Because it was up all night, right? Well, not us. So these kids were right outside my living room, and my daughter was sleeping there for some unknown reason. I don't know why. Like my 22-year-old daughter, or 23, I don't know how old she is now, 22-ish. Yeah, her birthday is 2 days before the doctor's anniversary. So there you go. So it'll be 23 this year, right? So she went out and screamed at them, and two of them were like, "Yeah, don't get on our rough side, right? Do not get on my daughter's rough side." There we go. Fine. No, I'm back. Rob McCord is here. Looks like Feather McGrath to me. I don't know who that is, but I'm very happy to find them. And we're up to date. We are up to date. Congratulations, boys and girls. Fine, let's go back to Big Fan. So what's that? So fine, I sent you a link, mate. I sent you another message. Hopefully you get it, right? Hopefully you get it. I'm getting contact. Okay, we're about 5 minutes out, so let's go back to a bit of Big Finish loveliness. So here we go. Doink, Holy Terror. So, again, these are so dark. This and what's the last one we just said? Jubilee. Right, so dark, so really genuinely dark. Right, it's a lovely take on the Colin Baker era, which I wish we had. Plus, we got the funness of Frobisher. So let's have a listen to the trailer.
Doctor Who, the Holy Terror. That's it. That's the idea. Find somewhere to hide.
I remember the pleasure you took as a child, pulling the wings off flies. But where has all that evil gone, children?
There's no escape from me. I intend to usurp the throne from my brother, and I shall be emperor and god instead. Okay, guys, now before you do anything hasty or...
Oh, this is Frobisher. So Frobisher, if you don't know, fantastic companion, is a large penguin, but he's really a whifferdrill, this shape-shifting alien who they basically just stuck in the form of a penguin, which they had on the comic book. Colin Baker liked it, and he used him as his companion in the absolutely awful comic he wrote, Age of Chaos. It's so bad. Avoid that one like the plague. It is freaking awful, right? Freaking awful. Oh, there you go. I'm just having a... So just let me finish up this trailer, and then we'll move on to you, mate. Okay, 2 minutes, right? Here we go. So yeah, Frobisher's awesome. We love Frobisher.
It's a bird. Yeah. It talks. It's a miracle. Fascinating. So, what you've got here is a good old-fashioned polytheistic religion, but with a monotheistic structure. You can worship lots of gods, but only one at a time. I decided long ago that I would become God. And what is down there? Your new Messiah. Tell me, what will you do with your great powers?
Kill,
And what else?
destroy.
And what else?
There is nothing else. After I have destroyed everyone in the castle, I will destroy the castle.
Yeah. This is awesome, mate. I forgot how good these were. They're so weird. They're so weird. They're so different. And it's like a whole different little universe of Doctor Who. But it's still Doctor. I mean, it's as different as the Rusty Davies Doctor Who was. We're like, oh, that's very different. And it's as good, right? I really like this stuff.
Be alone with my father.
The legacy of my children shall be eternal. Hey, do you mind? What's a guy got to do to get some privacy around here? We're in trouble. The TARDIS is out of control. The TARDIS is always out of control. Is it worth interrupting my bath time? It's embarrassing.
The penguin, I forgot to mention, is from New York, right? And has like a wisecracking PI persona.
Naked here. Frobisher, you're the shape of a penguin. You're always naked. Well, that's what you think. I usually morph myself a black and white pair of pants as well.
So yeah, hey, look, it's a $1.50. It's so good. I totally recommend it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, why on earth am I doing a big 60 show, right? Because I'm very honored, and I am. I'm genuinely honored. And I can't pronounce that bloody name. Terrakios distributors. I've always loved what they did, right? And here's how I found them. I saw they had the Colin album out, right? And I wanted to go and look at it because I wanted to talk about it on the show. And it just took me to their Facebook page. I'm like, okay, I have to sign up. No problem. I'm interested. And then the guy around the Facebook page said, "Oh my God, yeah, I like you." And I said, "I like you too." And here we are. So without further ado, may I bring on? I have no idea the name of the person. But you know what? It's a voyage of discovery. We will find out. Join us, Terrakios Distributors. How are you, sir?
Hey, I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Very good. Your Dalek looks resplendent behind you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Does it have any of the flashy extras? Like, can it light
No.
up? Oh, they're expensive, right?
No, it do. Oh yeah. No, I can't afford those things, but no, it does nothing at all.
It's doing it right now. It's wonderful, right? It's just.
Thank you. Cool.
Very good. So, what am I calling you? What's your name?
Mark.
Oh, Mark. Oh, yeah, I should. Yeah. That's cool. How you doing, Mark? So, tell us, how did you get here? Let me upload. Can I upload the sample you gave me?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, 1 second. Just let me grab that. So, how do I pronounce the name? Terrakios Distributor. How did you get? Firstly, tell me how you got your name.
Because I was a big fan of the original annuals, and I wanted to have the same name. So, I mean, obviously, I couldn't say world, so Terrakios means a place of land and sea. So, so it means the same.
Clever than me. I mean, that's
not really. No. That was a Google search. I'm not clever. No. So
I do want to know what it means. I'm just trying to find where it's out. I'm on the wrong place. 1 second. I'm gonna go to downloads. There you go. Doing it should be there. There. So you saw there was a gap in the annual collections, right? What's the first one you did?
Yeah, 1972. I mean, any fan of the annuals knows that the year 1972 was skipped, and all fans are collectors, you have like an OCD, and this bothered me for years, seeing that gap. So I just thought no one else is doing it, so I'll give it a go.
It's a fantastic. I mean, it's not just a fantastic idea, but the way you do it is so cool, right?
Thank you.
It's so organic. It looks. I love the hardback, and which I'm sure is harder to do. Do you print on demand, or do you print up a batch?
Yeah. No, we don't do it. We don't touch any printing whatsoever. It's all done. It's all done through a company called Lulu. All we do is we produce the stuff.
I know them. They're fantastic.
Yeah. So we just produce the files, send them to Lulu. People order. That's it. So we don't.
Also that gives you Lulu's international, right?
It is. So anywhere in the world can order it, which is cool.
Right. And they print in a bunch of places here. Let me see if I can put your website. Not your website, the Facebook page. What dog do you have?
Sorry? Oh, it's a Dachshund, Myrtle.
Right, let me. You've got unboxing. I'll be watching that. Was it? It's a Darryl Joyce cover, right?
Yeah. Fantastic artwork. It's brilliant.
I love his work, right? I just adore all his work. It's gorgeous, right? Absolutely gorgeous. As played by Colin Baker, astonishing stories based on the of the unknown, based on the popular television. It's just wonderful. It's really potent. But wait, shouldn't 88 be Sylvester McCoy? No,
not at all. You think about it, we had a hiatus back in 1987, so it was a long time from Trial of the Time Lord and Time and Irani being broadcast. I mean, when this was produced, I think the first story was just about to air.
Right.
So you wouldn't have had any details on the new, at the time, the 7th Doctor. So it's purely should it be a Colin Baker annual.
So then the first one will be 89, 90, 91?
Sorry, what was that?
So Sylvester will be 89, 90, and 91? Is that how it works?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, at 1989. Because that would have been produced.
They're like 2 years behind.
No, not quite. Well, sort of. I mean, at the back end of this Colin Baker annual, we do have a couple of stories with Sylvester McCoy. But what we've done is absolutely. So it's kind of a joint annual. It kind of gets an introduction, but at the time this would have been put together, which was March 1987. We would have known McCoy would have been cast, but we wouldn't have known what his costume was or anything like that. So
I mean, that's one of the things I love about these. The attention to detail, right? You put yourself in the position of what they would have done if they were. Could you do a Space 99 annual? Oh my God, I'd love that.
Yeah, they've kind of been done, though, haven't they? Really? I mean, we could do. Yeah. I think there's. I mean, I've got them in my bookshelf somewhere. I think there's 4 or 5. Brilliant, done by World again.
You see, this is how ignorant I am of the annual World, right? But I still love them, right? So anyway, so the 72. That will be
John Pertwee.
John Pertwee's second one. Here, can I find a picture of that one over here?
Yeah. Well, I can help out. Here we go.
Oh yeah, can
you see that?
1 second. Let me make you bigger. There you go. Oh yes, I remember that. Fine, it's gorgeous. Who did that cover?
That was me. Yeah.
Oh, lovely. Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Up again. I didn't know you did. You're an artist.
Yeah, well, so I dabble.
It's very.
I dabble.
Okay. It's very good. I don't know how. I mean, if it's I don't know how you did it, right? But it's very good. It feels like the era, right? It feels like what I would see if it was real. I mean, and so it's not just proficient as it looks like them, but it feels in character, in the right time.
Yeah, we've got to do more than fill a gap. I mean, with fans who love the series, we're doing this for other fans, so it's got to be right. It has, so it won't work. It wouldn't work.
My favorite one you did was the Master album. The Master album.
That was good. Very proud of that one. Yeah.
So let's start wind you back a little bit. How did your journey into Doctor Who happen? Where was your on ramp, and how has it destroyed your life? And much like mine.
I've got. I don't really have much of an idea. All I know is my earliest memory is Planet of Fire, so I probably was about 2 years old.
Okay.
My earliest memory of
Wait,
collecting would
Planet
be
Fire? That's Peter
no,
Davison.
no. Planet of Evil. Sorry, Tom and Liz Sladen. Yeah.
I mean, listen, you might have had a hard life, but you look like that
Yep.
would have been.
Hey, I'm 22. I look rough. I know it. Yeah, it's been hard. So, but no, Planet of Evil. Tom and Liz, fantastic story.
Right.
But I think the first thing I started collecting was the Weetabix cards.
Oh, lovely. Oh, have you seen
Yeah,
the stuff
back in.
of those?
Sorry.
The son of the artist of those, he's marketed them. They were in what's his name? Warp magazine. You know.
Warp. Yeah. I love Warp. Yeah. I've got all 4 issues.
Isn't it? I love it. Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's cool. Yeah.
So it's just been like there, all your life.
Pretty much. Yeah.
So what did you think in 2005 when it came back?
I was very excited. I thought it was brilliant. When I found out about that, I was in Forbidden Planet in Manchester, and I just saw like a newspaper clipping stuck to a post in the shop. I was like, really?
Right.
But yeah, it was brilliant. I think Russell T Davies did a fantastic job, and I'm really glad he's back.
I mean, I remember that when that trailer came out, the first trailer. Yeah, you want to go with me? That one.
Oh,
and it was,
brilliant!
It was just like, oh my god, this is actually happening. This is real.
I know. Because we've had a few false starts over the years, haven't we?
Well, the band, exactly.
But
yeah, it was fantastic. So, if you don't want to answer any questions, you don't want to be controversial, that's completely fine. Okay.
Okay.
Are you want to talk about the current era? I don't want to go in detail at all, but like, where are you on board with it, or you don't want to talk about it at all?
Hey, I'll avoid some stuff if that's okay. But
no, that's fine. I completely understand.
Yeah. Season 12, I love season. I thought season 12 it was a real big step up from season 11. I think Flux was okay, but
was Flux, wasn't it?
Sorry,
was season 12 Flux?
No, the one before.
Oh yeah, you know
Flux
what? I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. It was there. Yeah. That's definitely a true statement.
Yeah. Flux. I mean, I'm a Doctor Who fan. I'll always watch. I was a little bit disappointed, but I mean, throughout the entire year.
I mean, like, I think that's the best they've done, and I really haven't liked any
Really?
of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the best.
Right.
I think they got progressively better. I mean, honestly, I find none of them watchable, but like, it's
okay.
I really, but I still think they get. Honestly, like Flux struck me as, I mean, it moved at a pace where you didn't really notice the scripting problems, which for the first couple of episodes at least. Now the Sontaran one felt, I like that. I like they brought back the cold opening. I love the design of the Sontarans, right? I love their Cybermen. Whenever I can say anything positive, I totally will. I think their design of Cybermen was hands down the best I've seen in Doctor Who. It's got that.
The best of the new era, definitely. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Please. I didn't mean to.
So yeah, they're getting stuff right, which was good. So kept me watching.
So where are you on RTD2?
RTD2. I'm really excited. I mean, I don't know who Shooty is. I've not watched Sex Education. It's not. I'm not their target market, but I know Russell picks great actors. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. You know who it's for? It's for my 22-year-old daughter who watches Sex Education, and she watched Doctor Who with me when she was 5, right? So she's like, oh yeah, I'll give it a go. That's the demographic they're chasing, which is good. And I think if he gets it, and I think he will, it's going to be huge. It's going to have more ratings than ever before, and I don't know how they're going to distribute it. It's going to be like TikTok or something. I have no idea, right? But I think it's going to be very good. So a lot of my audience are not up for it, right? We disagree. Some of us say they're very, very the chest rippling toppy war. on his first on
Yeah,
the magazine cover. Like a lot of my audience, they're Americans. Americans are like, that's the gayest thing I've ever seen, right?
Hey, listen, Colin Baker once posed topless before Doctor Who, so
I have
wait and see.
Yeah, and they feel like the casting of Yasmin Finney really nails it. I think, I think it's. Let's see what they are, right? Let's see what they're going to do.
Yeah. Like, for me, it's got to be the best actor. It doesn't matter who they are, whatever. As long as they can deliver the scripts,
But I'm fine. Listen, the truth is, Rusty Davis hasn't delivered a clunker yet. So,
okay.
I remain optimistic.
Cool. Me too.
Oh, let me just see your dog.
Here we go. Oops. Oh, she's gone again. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. How old? He looks young.
Yeah, 12 months old.
Oh, lovely. We had we went from being a no animal household to now we got a cat and a dog. The cat is constantly the cat's blind as a bat, right? He adopted us. He was a street cat, and he just got herpes and was just completely blind, and so we set him up this little house outside, and my daughter took him to the vet to give him a shot and everything, and the vet was like, "Holy shit, how's this thing alive? Oh my god!" So he became an indoor cat, but he's always plotting to escape.
That's cool, man.
So wait, when did you get the Dalek?
When I built this about 5 years ago.
Wow. Oh, that okay. Yeah. Now I want to see it more. Wow. That makes it so much better. Oh my god. So do they there's a Dalek Builders forum, right? And you can get a lot of the stuff now.
Yeah, that's where I went to. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's where I went. That's exactly where I went to. They have the plans and everything. So the tutorials. Right. Yeah.
I know. See, I never would build a Dalek because stop. My goal one day is to buy that big model of the Starship Enterprise, the classic one, and put the lights in it. I'm never going to do it, right? But that's the limit of my technical. I'm no more than that. Okay. But if I was going to do, I'd love to do a modern Dalek with a different trim, right? I'd like to see them in like the blue and silver, for example.
Yeah. I might actually repaint this. So those colors. Yeah. So I'm thinking about it. You know.
Okay. So let's get back to the annual. So the first one you did is 72. Which one came after that?
1987. Because
that was a Colin Baker one then.
It was a Colin Baker one. Yeah. So we did.
Here, so if I can find a picture of it. Oh yeah. Here we go. There.
Yeah. So you got me on there. So you got 1972, 1987, Colin Baker, 1988, which has just come out.
Right.
89 we did last year. Right. 97, that's kind of still in the works. It's halfway done.
I was gonna say that's really cool. That's really, really cool. I like, is there a lot of that based on was it Dying Days?
No. We I mean, Big Finish have done a lot with the Eighth Doctor, so there was no point, repeating their success or stepping on their territory. But after the TV movie aired, Radio Times did a comic strip written by Gary Russell.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
You only get the last few strips, so they reprinted them in Doctor Who magazine to say this is what.
Yeah, so that was illustrated by Lee Sullivan as well. So so they are the original TARDIS crew for the Eighth Doctor. So their stories have never ever been continued in any other media.
Nice idea.
So, yeah. So and having a nice warrior for a companion in the TARDIS. I mean, you can't get cooler than that.
Yeah, that is a nice idea. Yeah, that's really
clever. So the whole angle is like a continuation of those comic strips.
Right.
So we got it's good. We got some nice artwork and the stories. It's going to be our best one yet, guaranteed.
They're all good. They
Thank you.
Than the one before. Well, there's just so much love poured into it, right? And
Yeah.
It's so obvious that there is so much love poured into it.
Cool. Yeah. I think if it, like I said, if you just trying to fill a gap and you plow any old rubbish, I mean, the fans are
Right.
not going to bother. But yeah, we do. We love the show, and that shows through what we do. So
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, wait, and then the you have the Master 2074 one, which is so much fun, right? So much fun. So that was the last one you did, wasn't it? The Master one.
It was we did that just before we did that in between 1987 and 89. So yeah, so the idea with the Master Annual was we replicated the cover from the very first ever Doctor Who annual, William Hartnell.
Right. Been replicated, right? The second time was with the Dave Bradley Adventure in Time and Space, right? With the Zarbi. Did you see that?
Did I? Oh yeah. Oh, the 50th anniversary special documentary. Yeah, I saw that.
Well, docudrama, right? And it's David
Bradley,
the first Doctor.
Yeah, that was awesome.
The annual, the first annual.
Yeah.
They redid it. Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah, they did it first. Yeah.
Well, part of the story, But I think this is more inventive. Sorry, you were saying I interrupted you.
Yeah, I was just saying. So the idea with replicating that cover was the fact that to say to everybody, the Doctor's gone. This is purely the Master. Yeah, and the idea of the year as well, 2074. It's just a mockery on the Doctor. I mean, in the Delgado years, I mean, the Doctor was stranded on Earth. So we just want to show 2074, the Master's TARDIS works, can go anywhere. I mean, have you got the Master Annual at all? Or?
No, I don't have any of them because the shipping to Israel is a nightmare, right? I never buy, but I always see them, and I whenever I do reviews of Doctor Who magazine, I always stop on the fan art because I like fans expressing their love, right? And you always put out so much stuff. I get such a feeling of what you guys are doing. Honestly, it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So, but it's very obviously gorgeous, right? So, here, let's have a look at. Oh, I was on the wrong thing. 1 second. Yeah, let's look at. So you have a bunch of pictures here from the U1. There you go.
Yeah, so we even have you can see there we have Colin Baker.
Very
got
nice.
Involved as well. Yeah, he did a wonderful foreword for us. Is that right? How you pronounce it? Foreword? Yeah.
He must be so touched by this, right? He must be like, I mean, he had a real fondness for the part of. Have you ever the Blu-ray sets, the classic Blu-ray sets?
Yeah, I've got them all. I'm looking forward to season 22.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I'm sorry, I really can't wait. But on the season 24 set, Colin Baker is with Michael Jaston, right? Watching what should have been his season. And you can still see all these years later how painful it was for him.
Yeah, he was hurt. He really was hurt.
Yeah. So what's
this?
Also to those who donate, have your name printed on the page at Heroes. Access to the contributors edition of the annual with exclusive card by Alistair Pearson. Wow. Yeah.
Alistair's been a great support about that. Ever since our first annual, he got in touch to kind of do something. We said we've kind of played it cool, and really, we're doing, we were just made up to have him on board. He's an amazing guy, an amazing artist, and he's got such a strong history with Doctor Who media.
Sorry? What's he do now? Because he doesn't do the Doctor Who covers anymore.
Oh no, he does. He's doing a lot of stuff for the audio CDs. So the re-release, the narrated soundtracks like the old Target novels. He does some of the covers. So a lot of it's his previous artwork that he revisits. But he's still working on Doctor Who. He still loves Doctor Who. So yeah.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. Blast Process, thank you for joining us. A great name, by the way. The David Bradley Annual was on display at the Doctor Who exhibition in Cardiff. I remember seeing that, right? It was just a dust jacket around another book. I know, but I do remember seeing that. It was very, very cool. Fine. So walk me through what's in this, and there seems to be quite a lot.
I've got a test copy in front of me now. So okay, I want to show this back cover artwork by a guy called Nesset. Yeah, back cover artwork by Ness Head.
Don't know who that is, but it's gorgeous.
Great artist. So yeah, we've got stories, we've got puzzles, features. It's just like any other classic annual.
But
absolutely. Yeah,
these are quite a bit better than the annuals. The annuals were notoriously a bit shit. I mean,
no, not at all.
The annuals, they were brilliant. I remember I had the Tom Baker one. I couldn't recognize who was Tom Baker, who was Leela. Some of the artwork was atrocious.
That was the charm. It was brilliant. Do you know? It was. Yeah, those old annuals. They weren't the Doctor and Leela we saw on screen. We all know that. They were I don't know, caricatures, but as kids we loved them. We did.
Tom Baker was just in a dinner jacket, right? Instead of wearing his normal.
Yeah.
But
even I think in the 77 annual he actually wore battle armor and was wielding a sword as well. So yeah, so they weren't true to the series, but they were great.
No, I know, but this is much more so.
Thank you.
I have to ask you, what's the deal with the alternate side men on the cover? Is that a story inside?
Okay, it is. It is. Okay, so the cover, that's like a homage to the 1969 annual, which was a Patrick Troughton cover. So
right, it was the Cybermen, right?
That's right. Yeah. So the idea behind that, we can't use real Cybermen off the TV. The BBC will just close us down. I mean,
this is better.
These guys on the cover are Cyberons. If you remember in the Wilderness Years, was a company called BBV.
I do remember BBV
Bill Baggs. Yeah. So they did
he did.
The Zygon thing, the X-rated one.
A really weird, basically porny thing. I was like, I was like, that it was interesting, but just a bit graphic for me. But I remember the Cyberon when that came. Cyberon was when it kind of, I think, started falling apart. Because that was when big were coming about, and.
I'm not going to comment because Bill Baggs will hear me out me if I do. But I mean, in the 90s, I was a really big fan of BBV videos, especially the Stranger series was amazing. Fantastic. I loved it. Yeah, absolutely. So Bill was kind of against.
Those things really need to be re-released with HD versions with new special, especially Shakedown, the Sontaran thing, right? That needs to be re-released with new special effects.
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, Shakedown was it Real Time Pictures? I think.
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh no, was it Denami Temple? It was Kevin Davis. No, I'm not sure. No. Denami. I think it was Denami Temple Services or something like that. Kevin Davis's. But I don't think I think they've been told they can't release it. I don't know. This is just fan rumor, but
that's a shame.
It is. That was the greatest. That was the greatest spin-off in my opinion.
Right.
So I love Shakedown.
Was Downtime, but
that was good. That again can't come. I mean, Keith Barnfather who did Downtime, which was a fantastic film. He's contributed to our annuals. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, we had Brig and Liz back. So
was it? He recently did was it a Sill standalone thing, which was really good. I like that a lot. Still the Devil Seas of Andor. That was I found that really fun.
I love Sill.
Yeah, Sill's wonderful. Is he in this? He wouldn't be in this one, would he?
We got permission to use Sill in the 1987 annual, but because it was quite late in the day, he's on a couple of puzzle pages. We couldn't really do a story with him.
Right. Great villain.
Yeah.
So walk me through what content is in this one.
Okay, so
you have different. Let's have a look at the. So Colin Baker, he did an introduction. What did Bonnie Langford do?
She did a mini interview with a gentleman called Chris McCauley. So I never. So it's very very short. But
I
I
like
never spoke
Connie
to.
Langford. I say she's always a fascinating person, right? And she's so accomplished.
Yeah, she is. Yes.
Who did that Colin in like blue darkish illustration? That looks really nice. I can hardly see it here, but it looks really nice.
On screen now. That was Dow Joyce again.
I thought so. Right, I didn't want to.
Yeah.
But I thought so. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's brilliant, Dow. So that's
Bill Baxter put stuff in her as well. Wonderful.
We've got like a history of the Cyberons. So I mean, the thing, the Cyberons in the annual are very, very. I mean, keep in mind it's been 20 years since that directed video thing that Bill put out. So these Cyberons, really menacing. So it's plenty of battles in space. They're just they've been redesigned. So So I'm getting a bit tongue tied.
It's such a clever idea using Cyberons. I love that. Again, this is why I love these albums. Smuzz, I recognize some of his work there. He's always there with John Freeman. Did he do the editing?
No, I did the editing. John Freeman, he's written a comic strip. I mean, the fans will know John Freeman was the editor of Doctor Who magazine. Yeah. So we're really blessed to have him on board. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
So he wrote a story, and that was illustrated by a guy called Danny Cushion.
Very nice. But I've said the best in my mind, probably the best era of Doctor Who comics ever was the John Ridgway, Colin Baker era. I just love that stuff.
I'm more of a Dave Gibbons man myself. 1979 when Doctor Who Weekly started.
Have you heard the Big Finish adaptations of those?
I'm kind of saving them for my retirement. I mean, there's so much of it. I mean, I don't know where to begin. So, can you recommend a jumping on point?
Oh, see that's the point. I keep doing guides, but it really annoys me that Big Finish, they're so bad at packaging their content. Right? Here's what they should be doing. Right? They should do for £3 a month. Right? You get 30 stories of varying different ranges, of varying different things, and then they get to be able to control the rollout of each thing, right? And you get to do, they can do a Radio Times listing type of thing, and you get the conversation about, and that's how you sell them, right? You sell them that way by people hearing them. And there's people like you who haven't been collecting from the day one. It's just a wall that you can't get in on content. So, one of my favorite releases is they did adaptations of two of the Dave Gibbons strips, the Star Beast and the Roman one, right?
I bought that. The Iron Legion. I've got that. Yeah.
Oh, it's wonderful. That's really fun. And the other stuff, it depends on which Doctor you want to hear, but I like the novel adaptations. That's some of the best stuff. Russell D. Davies did a great one. It's a great, if you like Christmas Doctor Who, you probably do. You like albums, right? Annuals go with Christmas. It just is. This and the Blue Peter album. Yeah, I feel like I'm 6. What was I going to say? So I got lost in nostalgia for a second. We got overwhelmed. What can I tell you? So I was going through his in this. Shannon Gallant. Who's that? And what they do?
Yeah, Shannon Gallant. Oh, he's worked. He's an American. He's an American artist. He's worked on Thundercats. I think he's even done a bit of Star Wars as well. But he's a big Doctor Who fan. So. Yeah, so
great. Yeah. I mean, that's really what the thing going for you most, because people just want to do stuff like this all the time.
They do. I mean, this is it. I mean, another great
McCaffrey.
Another comic book artist. Yeah.
Oh, he's Paul Cook. I know that name. Who's Paul Cook?
Paul Cook. Paul Cook he's become a very, very good friend of mine. Again, he's a fantastic artist and writer. He's just crazy talented. He really is. He's a great. He's done quite a bit of art for the annuals over here, for our annuals over the last couple of years, and
right.
Yeah. In fact, I'll show you. Go on. Shall I pull something up of Paul's?
Yeah. What's that? I just thought I'll pull all this up. This is the preview.
Oh
thing
yeah. So, that's some Smuzz. Now he was
great.
previously known as SMS. He used to used to illustrate the 2000 AD.
Look at that.
I know.
Is
it's
that
cool.
Mel? Body
It
language?
is, yeah. A captured body language.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's really, really, and I love the limited color palette. It also gives you the feeling of an annual. And this is this is nice. And so this is written by John Freeman.
No. That is written by a gentleman called Seb Short. Another talented writer. Yeah.
I've heard of him before. Wow. There's so much stuff packed in these as well, which is something I love. Okay.
Yeah. It's cool, isn't it? How blessed are we to have people like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Man, that looks cool. So is this out yet? Can you order it yet or not?
Yeah, it's out. It came out on Monday just gone, so it's been out for 6 days, and I think it's been our most popular annual yet. If anybody wants to order it, if you Google Terraquous Distributors, you'll find our Facebook page.
Yeah, one second. I'll put your Facebook page in the.
Brilliant, thank you so much.
I just got to go to it so I can find it.
Yeah, cool.
How do I get there? Is it... Hang on. How is it? Do I just refresh this? Is this it? Maybe I do that. Let's see if that works. Okay, maybe. There you go. So I think this is the right link. We'll find out.
We will. But I mean, you Google Terraquous Distributors. You can't fail.
Karen M did it. You see, thank God I always have responsible adults moderating, because I never know what I'm doing. So fine. You can get how much does it cost?
Right, it's £29.35. That's a huge. Sorry, how many pages? That's 177.
I think that sounds fair. I'm really glad. I'm 177. That's actually quite a good deal.
It is, but the thing is, we don't actually set the price. We're not for profit people. So that's just a print on demand price. Basically, that's what Lulu charged. There's nothing else. There's nothing in it for us.
Digital ones, I would totally buy one, right? I wish you sold digital versions, right? Because that would be. I would totally. My Doctor Who magazines collection now. I went up to issue 500. I switched to digital after that. I basically, because I live in Israel and it's getting anything out here is a pain in the ass, right? So I do basically everything digital. But I think £30 seems quite £30 plus shipping, right?
Yeah, but you always get Lulu always have like these discount codes where you can get like £15 off.
Right.
So buying this can actually come in at £25, £28 with postage. So.
Wait. I'm trying to remember the Cyber one. I remember the design. They always have like a doctor surrogate in these ones. Who was the main character in that one? Do you remember?
I don't. I really don't. I've got no idea. I mean, I'm going back 20 years since I've seen this.
You're talking to that. I know. 20 years. Yeah. 20 years is like nearly, was it? 20 years, it just got announced it's coming back. That's how long 20 years is. Tell you. So listen, so I wholeheartedly recommend it. Please go and support them. Please, please go and check it out. I was going over the Colin Baker and Big Finish. Do you want to hang with me? I'll point out for you.
I can hang. I can't really have any input because I'm saving the Big Finish stuff for my retirement. So.
Well, how far away is that?
Sorry. It's probably about another 10, 15 years. So by that time, there should be like 2,000 releases by then.
Sorry.
They should probably have about 2,000 releases by then. So I mean, it's touching 600 now, something like that.
What? So, you lost me. Big Finish about
Big Finish. Not me. Oh goodness, no.
I was going to say it's 6 as far as I remember. Was it?
Yeah.
Up in the output.
Oh no. I think we'll stop at 10. That's it. So.
I don't know. I hope it goes on forever. I just find them fun. Okay, listen, I'm just going to whiz through these quite quickly, and these are $1.50, right? So these are really worth it. Whispers of Terror is awesome, absolutely awesome. It's written by Justin Richards. It can only work on audio. It's one of the best. It's still one of the best ones they've ever done. Marion Conspiracy introduces Ethan Smythe, who's a great companion. It's like an older history, and also it's a really good story. Who wrote this? I can't remember who wrote it. But it's a special Lanyon Moore. It's okay, but it's got the Brigadier in it. That makes everything okay. Apocalypse Element is awful. Holy Terror is very, very good. That's got Frobisher, the companion from the comic book. Blood Tide also pretty darn good. That's a good 7 out of 10. Project Twilight they should bundle. There's a few of these that go together. They should bundle them together. But it's like this clandestine evil unit he gets involved with. There's somebody who uses extraterrestrial stuff, and it's a government organization, and they're very shady. Project Twilight, but it's they have a few with them in it. But they should bundle it together. One Doctor's awesome. Christopher Biggins is a conman playing the Doctor. Right, he's got a pull-through TARDIS, and he picks up the Colin Baker's Doctor. And they have you ever heard of that one?
I've heard of all of them. I really have. The Maltese Falcon with Frobisher, the one Doctor Christopher Biggins. Yeah. I mean, I've got some of the vinyls. Chimes of Midnight, Spare Parts.
I wish I had enough patience to do vinyl. Right, vinyl just sounds awesome.
It really does.
It's like, it just seems like a black hole for money, right? It just seems like a hobby that you're going to continually pour your life savings in. And you know what kills me? I remember, like, when I was a kid, my dad had the most incredible vinyl collection. Like, the entire original Beatles run, entire original Stones run, and they're all been destroyed, and you'll never see them now. Like, they're probably in a landfill somewhere. But like, I'm just thinking back. If I sold those now in mint condition, I'll be like, oh my god, I'll retire. I see. I like. What do you do in real life? May I ask?
Me? Ooh, I volunteer at a food bank from time to time. I'll be upfront. I have Asperger's, so.
Really?
I do.
You're doing really well. I wouldn't have guessed in a million years. Totally would not.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I feel like, is there therapy? Have you been working on it? Because I had no. I'm not even joking. Not in a million years would I have guessed.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Over the years, you develop some. I know ways of hiding it, like eye contact. So you look at people's eyebrows, that sort of. But yeah, I mean, with the previous angles, I've been asked to go on podcasts before, and I've always said no. You're the first guy I said yes to.
Personally, I'm touching on it, right? And secondly, if it's something you're comfortable with, you should totally do it more, because this is a great story.
Thank you.
Okay. Honestly, the product is so good. I mean, it really, really is. It's just lovely. And again, what's really lovely, it's not just it looks great, you can feel the love. You really genuinely feel the love dripping out of every page.
Cool.
Right? And it's like something you would just be, like, I don't know, next time I'm in England, I might just buy a batch, right? Because I hate traveling. Oh my god, I genuinely hate traveling. My wife's trying to get me to go on a cruise. I'm like, really? I cannot just stay home and be grumpy. I'm much happier that way. But next time, I should just buy the whole set, because they're freaking gorgeous. They are absolutely lovely. And it's something that you would want on your shelf. All right. I'm always good at selling other people's stuff.
Thank you.
Anyway, what's it? We have an expression in Israel, Kol HaKavod, right? Kol HaKavod means all respect. It's a very good honor of it. Kol HaKavod for you for your again, would never have guessed in a billion years. So I'll go through these doctors. I'm going to recommend different ones. It's just a pretty weird one. It's about language. They got kind of esoteric around this year, about that time. Sam has a clever idea where you see it from an alien's perspective, where the Doctor's evil. But it's not. Project Lazarus goes with Project Twilight. They're both about $1.50. I will buy them together. These are again interesting stories. I like they were really bleeding hard into the blue coat now. By the way, I think there's some feedback or something. Is your microphone maybe?
Maybe I can. No idea. Can turn it down.
Now it stopped. I have no idea. Now
Okay.
started again. We will persevere. No worries. Real time. Did you ever watch? Did you ever see that?
Yeah, I watched it. Yeah. Again, I think that was illustrated by Lee Sullivan.
Lee Sullivan. Yeah. But we
Yeah.
watched a tiny little real player.
Back in the old days. Yeah. So,
They should, if they ever release it on DVD or Blu-ray, they should have that little. You should have that as an extra. You can have it buffer.
sure. Yeah. I mean, your collection's incomplete without them, isn't it? Really. I mean, we've got Schalke.
Right.
Skim and
I
Schalke.
like
So.
Schalke. It's a shame. We will never see more Schalke because the Big Fish were pissed off that the BBC did it without them. So
Really?
you're never going to see more Schalke Doctor. Well, never. Until they need money. Which, fine motivating factor. Doctor Who and the Pirates. That's so much fun. That's like a Gilbert and Sullivan musical. It's very silly. And I really, again, Magna Staples. Davros is a weird one. They did this Davros, Omega, and Master set where a different Doctor dealt with a different supervillain. And then it dovetailed into Zagreus, which sadly wasn't very good. What can I tell you? Zagreus was their 50th release. That was like their big one. Wasn't great. Wormery has Evelyn Wildtime in it. Now that's an anime you want to do. Have you ever heard of Evelyn Wildtime?
Yeah, Evelyn Wildtime. Yeah, Wildtime. Yeah, Katie Manning's character. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Honestly, I prefer the Barbarella incarnation myself, but okay.
I love Barbarella. I mean, but Barbarella was in Doctor Who.
No. In the fake history of Evelyn Wildtime, they talk about different versions of her, and there's like a Beryl Reed version, and there's a Barbarella version. There's a couple of more, but I can't remember which one, which. That's fun. Raiders for War, I think that writes out Evelyn, sort of. It's a little bit depressing. Didn't really like it. Medicinal purposes, that's got a very young David Tennant in it. That's a lot of fun. Juggernauts has it's a Mel story with the origins of the Mechanoids. Not great as well. Catch 782, that's a Mel story. I remember quite liking it. I don't remember much about it. And this is one where they really do write out Evelyn, which is thick and mortar. She was getting on then, and she's passed away since. Peer Pressure has Roy Hudd in it playing what's his name? Max Miller. Freaking awesome. You know Roy Hudd does Max Miller a lot.
I know now.
Oh, no, you don't know. Also got Doug Bradley in it from the Hellraiser, who played Pinhead. The Reaping, also, there's a couple of other cyber stories that go with this. Reaping, The Gathering, and there's another one. I can't remember which one. But they're all, I think they're all, the other two are Peter Davison stories. Nowhere Place, I think, was another Egan story. So now it's kind of you got some good stuff in the run with India Fisher. Did you ever see Doctor Who: The Ultimate Adventure?
Yeah. I did.
Who did you see it with?
It was well, I've seen them both. I can't remember. One of them was in Poly in Manchester, but yeah, I just saw them both. So.
So I saw it with I saw it with John Pertwee. It was the second run, I think. Had Colin, wasn't it? I really don't know. But yeah, this is a really fun release. That's a bit of a recommend. This run over here, and see now they're not on sale. I'll say don't bother anything over $1.50 because these ones under $1.50. These are awesome, right? So just save your money until they actually on sale at this point. But if you want the Evelyn ones, not these ones, there's 3 very good Charlie ones. Patient Zero, Paper Cuts, and Blue Forgotten Planet. Really good trilogy. They should release it as a box set. Nightmare Fair, awesome. Oh man, this was fantastic. It was one of the lost stories. Did you read the novelization of this?
I did, yeah, the Target novel, yeah, with Syl and Ice Warriors, and yeah, it's cool.
Oh, that was Mission to Magnus. Oh my god. I was going to say, Mission to Magnus, thank God, Trial of the Time. That is one of the worst stories I've ever heard. It's so cringily dated, right? It's like this weird battle of the sexes thing, and it feels like the prison in space. You know, the Patrick Troughton from Never Made story. Did
they modernize it, make it less sexist, or did it keep it?
This was before the age that we live in now, where people kind of just leaned into being sexist. Like now, people are embarrassed about it. Honors of Time was also awful. Paradise Live was good. I like that. City of Spies, they do this nice little trilogy with an older Jamie. And the Sixth Doctor, that worked quite nicely. More lost stories, Four Doctors is fun. Yeah, and so now it's just and these are all more expensive and not as good. And they're not bad, but they're just like you can kind of see the quality dropping. Cubes of Prophecy is quite good. I quite like that one. And the ones with Jago and Lightfoot were also very good. The Wrong Doctors, yeah, that's actually a good one as well. Space Warfare and Seas of War, yeah, this was a good little batch over here. Light at the End, I loved it. Have you heard that one?
Light at the End, yes, we have the 50th anniversary.
The 50th one. That one I thought was very good.
Yeah, again, and also.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. But can you say that again?
Light at the End. I've got the vinyl for that, so it's another one.
I bet that's good. Antidote to Oblivion, that's a Philip Martin story, and with Sue in it. There's a couple they do. That's fun. It's there's one they do with an older. This is good. So this little series is a post Yukhanov Perry when she's a bit older. So you got Widow's Assassin, Masters of Earth. That was a parallel story set during Dalek Invasion of Earth, and you get the first part for free. And also this is good as well. The Rani Elite, where they have a new actress playing the Rani. Also, oh my God, this is excellent. Trial of the Valiant. That's a really strong one. This one, Last of the Sidemen. This is when the different doctors step into adventures and they don't know how they got there. So all of a sudden, Colin Baker ends up with a Jamie and Zoe Tardis. Last Adventure, breathtakingly good, right? Everyone's a bit sad about Colin's regeneration not being very heroic. This one resets it, and it does as an epic battle between him and the Valiant over 4 stories. Strong recommend. This is one you want to bring with you to retirement. So this next set with Miranda Raison, again, you can see it kind of waning. Although this was good. Vampire the Mind, excellent. None of these ones have any. Nothing's leaping out at me going, oh yeah, we got to talk about. Yeah, this is when you can. It's about to go, and it's incredible. The quality just drops massively the minute the new logo comes on, and it's the weirdest connection, right? But this is where it goes. Yeah, the last year. Although this one was excellent. This is a little holdback. Memoirs of a Tyrant, absolutely, it's one of the best. But like, everything gets boring at this point. It's really bizarre. Ultimate Evil isn't bad. That's the one that was never made with Wally K. Daly. I don't really think it's worth it. None of these stand out. Some are atrocious. This Sixth Doctor and Perry Volume 1, atrocious. It was just absolutely awful. Yeah, it was the sad decline of the main range. But this This was fantastic, right? This is a good one to end on. This was the most recent one. So the idea with this one is when Tom Baker's holding up the two wires and Destiny and Tyler saying, "Do you have the ride?" One of the great friends Doctor Who, he kind of decides he does and blows them up, right? Which then creates, he regenerates into the War Doctor, which is the Colin Baker. So it's a three really insane stories of time being ripped apart and weird things happening. Have you heard about this one?
I've heard about I've seen it advertised. So yeah, that's going on the list for sure.
That's on the list. Here, was it? We'll watch the trailer. These trailers are great. Now, I gotta find out how they make these things, right? It can't be that difficult because I love this method of what they're doing. I really got to look into it at some point. So, exciting snippet about what may be happening in the future. Apparently, on the Big Finish podcast, they said that Ruxley Davis very politely forbade them to cast any alternative doctors in the Doctor Who Unbound race. So that's why I think we're going to see a lot of multiversal stuff. What way do you reckon he's going to go with it?
Yeah, we've heard he wants to do like a Marvel style thing. So yeah, multiverses, various spin-offs, which is something he started doing that anyway, didn't he? We had Sarah Jane Adventures, Torchwood.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah.
I think that was kind of like why this is happening. Because they were doing an interview about, I think it's a sin or something, maybe even years and years, I can't remember. And he says, "Oh, I did this years ago before Disney Plus, right? We had Torchwood Adventure, and you're like, now I'll do Sarah Jane, whatever. He'll do. They're gonna do a shared universe with a lot of stuff. Something I really hope they do is like really good animation. I'd love to see classic Doctors with contemporary animation that'll bring kids in, and then maybe they'll go check something old out, right? Wouldn't that be wonderful?
It would be brilliant, yeah. Really would.
Yeah, and also they got so much money. Why did this time? It's crazy how much money they get. It's wonderful. So I'm very excited about it. Okay, so listen, I was literally offline for 48 hours. I haven't even looked at the news yet. I think I'm going to wrap up. Is there anything you would like to add before we finish?
Nothing that comes to mind. Listen, but thank you for having me on your channel. It's been a privilege.
It was a pleasure. It was not just a pleasure and honor. I am so happy you came on. You know, it's, no, yeah, it is. I'm not sure it's my microphone. I'm not sure it is, but we're wrapping up, so we're not even going to look into it, see who it is. Darren, just put the link in to your Facebook page. You can order through there. You can still order all of them, right? There are going to be
no, just the 1988 one for now. But we are going to be releasing the previous ones.
Okay, listen. When you re-release, let me know, right? And I'd like to review them if I can. If I can promote them anyway, I'm so happy to do so. Okay, fine. I'm going to hit the broadcast button.